I'm back again.
What's up, everybody? Firechicken back here at the Scrapyard.
What's up, Viking Warrior?
Hi, I'm the Canadian.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the livest podcast in the Pacific Northwest. I am your host, Firechicken, with Viking Warrior, Gottem, Canadian, but we're missing a couple people tonight. Welcome to Scraptalk. How's it going, everybody?
How's it going? We got quite a show. This is Tunde from the background. We got a quite a show. We got a lot of people backstage. I'm hearing that there's a bubbling conversation. There go to Twisted Tea. There's a bubbling conversation about the upcoming invasion, some of the people fighting, who they gonna fight. I mean, we're gonna get into that tonight. But we gonna do this, we're gonna take our time with this. We're gonna stretch it a little bit because we doing things a little bit different tonight. And so I'm gonna pass it back to you, Firechicken. Just tap in. How you feeling this week, man?
Oh man, can't always be, in high spirits. Just some work conflict going on. This is my passion right here. So anything that takes away from my passion really affects my outlook on things. But I'll get over it. Other than that, family's good. The group's good. Man, off with the shirt again, Viking Warrior. Put your damn shirt on.
This is how I do my show, buddy.
Jeez. I noticed that at least 50% of the hosts of the show have to have their shirt off. So being that you and I are hosting the show tonight, you got your shirt off and it makes sense.
Yes, sir. You the 50.
How you doing, Viking?
I'm doing great, boss. How you feeling, Steve?
I'm all right. Yeah. So I was just saying, some work stuff. They got me on overtime. I don't like working overtime. I like spending time at home with family. I like, being involved with the scrapyard and doing all that. So, but that's how life is.
Yeah, I feel that. For real, you can't complain when it comes down to, doing stuff you're passionate about, you know what I'm saying? So I feel you on that, trying to make time for that stuff. Because work ain't everything in life,
Right. No, work is not life. I want to enjoy my life. I don't want to just be I don't want to just be at work all the time and chase that. I want to go out, I want to experience stuff, and part of the scrapyard is being able to do that. I've met some really cool people along the way. I wouldn't have met you. I wouldn't have met Jay. I wouldn't have met Canadian. I wouldn't have met Heart in the Fight. I wouldn't have met Overtime Hustling. I wouldn't have met Len from Proshoto. None of these people, none of us would have met each other. I mean, you already knew Jay, but
yeah,
none of us would know each other if it wasn't for something bringing us together. And I see it every single day in the scrapyard, like new people finding gyms, finding new friends and everything. I mean,
for
TFW.
real,
how many people have started training at TFW because of the scrapyard?
so many, for real. Like we didn't have a TFW team until the scrapyard. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
honestly, I appreciate everything the scrapyard has given us and shown us. Because I feel like every person that fought in the scrapyard has learned something from it and learned something about themselves, that they probably wasn't aware of before,
I agree 100%. And you know what? I think that if any of the local gyms are watching our show tonight, I want to say this to you. Some people are hesitant. Some of these gyms are hesitant on how to take the scrapyard because first off, they don't know if it's legal. It is legal because we're not charging admission. We're not paying fighters. We're not doing any of that. Mutual Combat in Washington State, their amateur exhibition matches. So we're covered there. So they don't have to worry about that. But I want to say like this. typically, and you already know this, Viking, like when you fight amateur, like when you go to fight in an amateur fight, you're fighting somebody that has training.
Yeah.
Okay. You get in there, they got their coach, you got your coach, you go head to head. But in the scrapyard, you can come out and put your experience down, and you could be a level 0 with no training. And one of you guys will get in there and say, like, hey, I'll be your corner.
Yeah.
And these guys come out, they fight, and they get this like love for the sport, and they decide, you know what, I thought I was a better fighter than I am, and I need training. So what do they do next? They go look for a gym. Okay. That's where all these gyms in the Pacific Northwest could really benefit from the scrapyard, because we always got people coming out, young guys wanting to test themselves in the cage, and then they find out, hey, I need some real training. Look at Scotty. I mean,
Yeah.
same deal, right?
Yeah. You're absolutely right, though. You know, it is an eye opener, you know, for a lot of these young, you know, fighters, and even older fighters. I love to see the older fighters coming out, and, you know, some people that never even fought before, and they come out and they're testing their abilities, because they know that if they don't do this stuff before they die, they will never, ever, you know, accomplish what they want to do inside. You know what I'm saying? Some people just want to fight their fear that they had their whole life, you know, and, you know, just come through and fight, and then they get over that fear. It's just like, you know, going skydiving or going on a zip line, you know, when you're afraid of heights. You know, you got to do it to accomplish.
Do it while you're young. I mean, do it while you're young, man, because like the younger that you can do it, the better, while you can still do it, because you don't want any regret in life.
Oh, yes.
I see it all the
totally
time.
Agree with that.
I see it all the time at work. Like these guys, they spend all this time working overtime, and that's their whole life. And the whole time they're just waiting till they're like, you know, 65, and they can retire, and then they can start their life. But what I think about it is like, I want to live my life now.
Yeah.
You know what? The future's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to be here in 10 years. I don't know if I'm going to be here in 5 years, but I do know that I'm going to try to get as much out of my life and spend as much time with my family and my friends and meet new people and get in there and compete and stuff when I can.
Yeah. For real, you only live once. So,
You only live once.
If you're feeling the itch, and I'm talking to everybody, if y'all feeling the itch, give it a try. I'm telling you, we only live once, baby.
Just be straight up with me on your experience, because
for real, don't lie about your experience. That get you fucked up. You don't want
I don't like that, man. I don't like having to go into the comment section on YouTube and explain to people like that fight took place because the person lied about their experience or whatever. Sometimes people just like accept fights. Like, you know, it'll be like nobody's left and they'll be like, okay, fine, I'll fight Jay Gottem. It's like, you don't have to do that. But I mean, I get it. You test yourself, and they don't see like afterwards, like, okay, dude's fine. You know, he took a couple shots. He's going to learn from it, like you said.
Yeah. And, you know, it doesn't matter about your age. Like, I hate when people be like, oh, I'm too old and stuff. Like, shit, I feel too old right now. I'm 30, fucking about to be 35, you know? But at the end of the day, you know, I know myself, and I know that if I don't compete, you know, and I just spar and train, then I'm really not testing my abilities and what, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing every day to day. Everything I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, I need to test it in some type of way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I need to see if what I'm doing is actually paying off. So that's the reason I compete.
Well, you got to look at guys like Anomaly, you know?
Yeah,
like
for real.
That's how I want to be when I'm his age. 60.
But like he just said in the comments, he didn't do MMA until the Scrapyard. So if you look at it, Scrapyard gave him that opportunity to fight again when a sanction, you know, event wouldn't let him fight MMA now at his age. You feel me? So,
yeah,
you know, I really like, you know, how Scrapyard gives you the opportunity in Streetbeefs, and, you know, as a whole, gives you the opportunity no matter what your age, you know, to get in there and test your abilities, you know?
Yep. As long as you're over 18, you don't have any like health conditions that you know can get you like seriously hurt, because that's honestly like a liability on me. However, I do still let people like do what they can do. You know, I let people come out, and it's like, I understand you can't compete, but maybe you could, like, you know, help out doing this. So I try to give people opportunities. But you know what? For the most part, we let just about anybody, and we try to match them up. But hey, I want to talk about really quick. Now, this isn't a sponsored pitch right here. This is just, I met a really cool guy throughout this whole journey, and that's Len LB3. He's our Proshoto sponsor. He does so much for the Scrapyard. I'm not even joking. Like, it's been truly a blessing having him involved with the Scrapyard. He comes out every single month. You know, he helps out with stuff. Sometimes he brings out coffee, like full things of Starbucks coffee for all the staff and the fighters. And he's just there for us. And I got to say, like, unfortunately, Jay Gottem, you know, he had a conflict to schedule tonight and he couldn't make it. So we're going to have LB3, Proshoto, Len, our sponsor, on tonight. I want to introduce him right now. There he is.
What's up? What's up,
What's
guys?
up, Len?
What's
How
up,
you
Steve?
doing?
How you doing, Viking? Man, I'm doing well. I appreciate the opportunity of filling in tonight for Jay Gottem, and just happy to have you guys and I'm very humbled. I want to pay you guys homage for even having a relationship with Proshoto or with myself, because I really appreciate and value the relationships that we build and that we have built at the Scrapyard. So thank you very much.
It's mutual, man. It's mutual.
Yeah.
It's all love.
Well, right on. You know, Team Proshoto, and you know, as you guys see behind me, you know, I'm repping the Team Proshoto, Team TFW, and to me that kind of embodies the family, such as what even having the Scrapyard, because as you see, the Scrapyard's in there too. We got the Sasquatch in there, and so, Steve, you're always going to be an honorary member of our team, Team Proshoto. You're always welcome, and I appreciate you, like I said, with giving us this opportunity, man.
Appreciate
Yes,
it, man.
So let me.
Art the Fight's asking, how long have you been collaborating with the Scrapyard? But yeah, that was gonna be my question. Was, you know, like, tell us about when you first got involved with us, and approximately when that was.
Well, okay. So I'll tell you. I mean, to start off a little bit, I have to explain who I was before. So before I even met the Scrapyard, I was very heavily into managing artists, musicians, and that type of sort. So I would manage rappers or singers or whatnot. And during COVID, right before COVID had hit, we kind of got that, things got put on pause. So doing showcases, doing concerts, that got put on pause, and we were forced to kind of go remote. I didn't really like that, so I kind of put a stop on things. And then my brother, LeCedric, who, Steve, you met in the beginning, he called me up and he said, "Hey, Lynn, since you're not doing anything," he said, "Bro, you ought to come out and check this out at the Scrapyard." And that was a year ago, I think maybe even over. I'm not sure how long you've been doing this now.
Dude, your brother's been part of the Scrapyard. Like, when I've had the Facebook group now for 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay? I made that before I made the YouTube channel and everything, and we're up to 23,000 members on our Facebook group, and that group is meant to uplift people and be able to contact the fighters and get involved with the matches. But when I first started it, I said, like, "Hey, who wants to be a moderator in the group?" Not really knowing, like, anybody. He stepped up and said, "I will be a moderator in the group." And as well as Kai Jeremy, who's our timekeeper. So those two guys have been involved with the Scrapyard since, like, the very, very beginning. In fact, your brother just came out last week, like a week ago, and did some sparring.
Oh, did he? Okay, yeah, because I know he's trying to get he's always wanted to get his himself back into it, which is why I think he gravitated to the scrapyard at one point in time before we even knew scrapyard was even in existence. I mean, I think he was even part of the, like you said, process of building what's there and creating the vision with you. And so, I mean, you guys as that team, that you guys had a great vision, and I appreciate that happening because it led the way for what we do now. But when he brought me out, I think it was a month after the first event. I missed the first event. He brought me the second event. And when I came, a lot of people don't know, I was very heavy into athletics myself, just running track, playing football, boxing, and it was just my thing. So the passion, once you visit this place, the passion just re-arises, and the fire just lights inside you. And I just gravitated to it. And also, you know, being a man that I think gets pulled in a lot of different directions, sometimes I need advice. And Scrapyard kind of gave me the advice. It gave me something to focus on that I felt was positive, and it was really being impactful to a lot of other grown men who I saw really thriving to have the same thing, whether they was dealing with challenges at home with their family, or maybe they were dealing with, you know, things, the street life or criminal histories and all these different things. It was rehabilitating to, I think, men, and it really motivated me to be a part of it. So when I first came out, I came out actually with the intention that I was going to start training again, start fighting again. And my brother really motivated me to do that. But that first event that I came to, really, like I said, it was just an amazing event. And I met a guy named True Grit at that my first event. And I watched him on YouTube. I seen some other things that he had been doing outside his previous career coming into the scrapyard. And I thought the dude was awesome. Unfortunately, that last fight he had that kind of took him out of the scene a little bit. I just really wanted to invest more into him. And that kind of led the whole, okay, can we manage fighters? Can we represent fighters? Can we sponsor fighters? And that's kind of where the sponsorship thing came from. It really stemmed from the True Grit being a person who founded himself in the scrapyard and really held a good position because he was helping with like training fighters like Gumby. And I seen him working, so it really motivated me. And then once he kind of fled the scene a little bit, it kind of made more sense for me to step up even more, right, and help even more. And so the relationships, I think, for me, end up becoming the second piece, or probably even now the majority of the reason why. And I always talk about the why thing, but the relationships that we build out there are just amazing. I met Viking Warrior. I've met Jay Gottem. I've met Steve. I mean, all the fighters out there, we have such a great camaraderie and friendship that we end up now. We end up building this big brotherhood is what it really is, and having each other's back.
You know, you guys are legit my friends. You know, I look at you guys as my friends. You're not just like people that I see every once in a while. It's like when I did my birthday thing, you know, it's like I want to go hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, if we didn't have the scrapyard, if this whole thing never would have happened, I never would have met you guys. But that's crazy, man. I honestly didn't know that you were out, you know, that early in the events and everything, because I get pretty crazy. Like you already know, when I'm running the events, like I don't pay attention to, I mean, you could come up and talk to me and I could have a full conversation with you and I'll forget it.
I was standing by the rope, the belts one day. We had that old ring and we were lacking the amount of staff needed to keep the guys in the ring. And you looked over at me and you're like, hey, can you stand right there and help hold the guys? And I'm like, yeah. So that was my first job given to me, right? And I loved it because I was right in the action, and these dudes were like falling into the ropes, and you're kind of like pushing them back, and you don't want to affect the fight outcome. You don't want to get in the way, but you're almost like you either pull the belts further away so they can stay in the ring, or you're pushing them in so you can stay in the ring. And that kind of led to, I think that for me was like, oh yeah, I got to be involved, you know, just as a person.
Oh yeah, man.
So my question for you, Lynn. So what made you want to build Team Proshoto?
Oh man, that's a good one. So
you know, I'm part of Team Proshoto. If y'all don't know, you know.
Again. So what happened was we had through the clothing line, Proshoto Clothing Company. Fred Stewart, shout out to Fred Stewart and Boogie Brow, the vice president of Proshoto Clothing Company. The clothing company came from New York about a little over a year ago. Fred moved to town. I had already been talking about what we can do with this clothing brand and how we can kind of use it to help build a platform, or just help build up the scrapyard a little bit better. And then it was just the idea, like I said, True Grit was one of the first managing, and then I flipped the scene and was like, we already had a team called Team Proshoto, and Team Proshoto, through the clothing company, without fighters being a part of it yet, it was the management, it was the upper management. So we called ourselves Team Proshoto. So when we got out there, it was like, we should pull up a few of these guys, man, and create something, because there was another fight team out there, and it was like I forgot, was it Brave House or something like that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they were just this. I mean, they were a massive group of dudes, and they had like so many fighters. So I'm sitting up there going, you know what? We ought to try and figure out how to do what they're doing, right? And figure out how to support more fighters and draw more fighters in. So I just was like, well, I talked to Fred and I said, I think we should become a sponsor to fighters rather than having a fight team. Be sponsors to fighters. So what we would do and what that would look like is start choosing fighters who, through the scrapyard, were building names for themselves and records for themselves, but not just in a fighting type of way, but in a positive way. Because then again, I'm involved with outreach and positive things. And so I started seeing guys like yourself, Viking, walk around the yard, inviting help and going to people who I think were a little confused on what they could bring to the table when it came to fighting. And it was guys like yourself, guys like Firechicken, and guys who were leaders out there that kind of made the way for what Team Proshoto really is about. And it was just really just grabbing a group of guys who were, I think, just very empathetic and very humble to what we were doing. And that kind of was like, let's go ahead and let's build a team out of it. So we took Team Proshoto, the management group, and just created Team Proshoto, a group of fighters that we sponsor now. In line with sponsoring the scrapyard itself. So that's kind of how it worked. One of the first guys that we went to obviously was Jay Gottem. And Jay, he was an amazing guy. He was one of the first, but we also had the Turco brothers, Rashad Shrugs. Simo was one of the first. We had like 5 guys that were kind of the first few people. Jay started really getting vocal. You know how Jay is. He get real vocal. And then it just, he brought the attention to Team Proshoto, and he was always, so shout out to him and appreciate that. And then Viking, you're so connected to him. And just what you do.
We a team that, hey, my boy, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you my truth. Go ahead, finish, and then I'll jump in and tell you mine.
Well, I was just going to say that salute to the things you do and the things that some of the guys do, because it's very inspiring to be able to reach out to people such as yourself who help youth. Because you not just have kids, but you also coach other kids that are available. And to me, that's an inspiring thing. That's something that I want to have be a part of Proshoto, and that I want to be a part of. And so that's kind of the whole basics of creating a Team Proshoto. And then we'll talk a little bit more about how the merger came of TFW and Team Proshoto.
Cool. Yeah, but like I said in the beginning, Jay jumped on, and you was chopping up with Jay. And I remember one day you was having a conversation with him, and I was just over there, just kicking it. And I was listening to the conversation. And I was like, man, this guy Lynn is very informational, man. Like, he knows some shit. Like, this guy is really breaking down knowledge, and after I heard that conversation, man, I was definitely Team Proshoto fan, you know what I'm saying? And I was
you're right though, because when I was talking to guys in the beginning, there's a lot more knowledge that I have, and again, I welcome anybody that's listening, anybody that wants any advice, anybody that wants any help, man, go ahead, reach out to me. I'm an open book. There's a lot of pieces to what I've done in the past as far as management, how to do contracts, talking about negotiations. At one point in time, I was even part of, getting on the Emerald Queen matchmaking committee, getting involved with that. And that's, that was kind of leading into that. That was leading a huge opportunity for some of the scrapyard fighters. So I was really kind of leaning into that and what that's all about when it comes to negotiations at the pro level or amateur level. So I ended up getting involved with that as well. And then I've just been in fitness for a very, very 1996. A lot of people don't realize that I'm as old as I am, because you get a lot of guys that are still fighting and they can still bang a little bit. But, you know, for me, it's like the history of all the things that I kind of gathered to become a professional. And so I think that's where my I would say my advancement or my maturity or experience would come in handy. So if people need help with that, need a little bit of advice, feel free to reach out to me, man, because that's what I'm here for. If you need some sponsorship, we can talk about that too, right? Because I'm always helping those who want to sponsor. So,
and I think one thing that we're trying to do is try to push, like, I think with one goal of Proshoto is to try to help fighters out to get to that level that they want to be at, whether it's fighting eventually professionally or even just like starting out with amateur fighting. That you guys can help push fighters in that direction and get what they need.
Yeah.
I think we got to introduce our first guest to the show. So Glenn, you're a host tonight. You know, you're taking Jay Gottem's spot. So let's get to our first guest. Now, this guy, he's made some waves in the scrapyard since he's got here. He's just been running through people. He's been calling people out, and his performances speak for themselves. He's a force to be reckoned with, and he's truly terrifying. I want to introduce the Terrifier.
Yeah.
What's up,
boy?
What's up?
I had to pull the guns out. I got intimidated by Viking Warrior. I'm at the bike show tonight.
You know.
We got less than 50% of our hosts with shirts on or without a shirt on. This isn't normal. Usually half of us have our shirts off.
As long as I got my shirt off, it's normal.
I got my beat. That's all I need.
What's up with you, Terrifier? How you been, bro?
Man, bro, I just got been not training because I've had surgery recently.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I've been chilling, you know?
Tooth, right?
Huh?
Yeah. On your tooth, right?
Yeah, I had to get my teeth removed. My wisdom teeth. I lost some wisdom. I hope my jaw stays the same, you know. Iron chin.
Really.
It ain't stopped you from talking, I can say that.
I need my iron chin still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, talking about Iron Chin, I heard I seen a little thing about 619. You know, I would love to see that fight in heavyweight division, you know, because I feel like you are a force to be reckoned with in the heavyweight division. And when it comes to boxing, though, people really doubt your boxing. And I just see you improving on your boxing, you know, and I really feel like you can take over that whole heavyweight division, MMA and boxing.
You think so?
You know? Yes, sir. You just gotta be wanting to do it.
I know that 619 don't want to have any part of MMA.
Oh yeah,
no, but he think he could beat him in boxing. And I saw that. I was like, bro, this dude's gonna smash you. He's just gonna run up on you and just hit you with the bangers. Those little tap shots, that shit ain't gonna do nothing, bro.
Yeah.
You know? We don't play those pity pat punches like
LB3. What's up, homie?
Hey, what's up, Terrifier, man? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. This is my first ref right here.
Hey,
No,
you know,
not the first ref. The first dude that was the first dude that I interacted with in the scrapyard.
Yeah. So you were sitting when
He
you
was
were
today.
the day you were signing in. I looked at you and I go, "Are you a football player?" And he comes walking up to the table, and I'm thinking this dude's got to be like college, getting ready to go NFL or something. Like he's like a straight up D lineman or something. And I walk up to him, and I'm like, "Did you remember that?" I said, "Are you a football player?"
And I remember Jay Gottem was sitting there too with his brother.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Like I am now.
Yeah. Well, you
So
know,
your first match, that was that was Sweet Tea, right?
Oh yeah, that was Sweet Tea.
Not Twisted Tea, but Sweet Tea.
Sweet Tea.
Yeah.
That was a controversial TKO. That's what they say.
So we had somebody reffing that day that was kind of new. I think that it got. I personally, no disrespect.
Who was reffing that day?
I personally think that fight got stopped a little early. He got knocked on his butt, and you were in a good position, but you know, like,
you know, I think it was he spit his mouth guard out And I was in blood mode. I was in kill mode. He was turtling up, not doing anything.
What I noticed about you, Terrifier, in that first fight was that you came in and you were a little timid at first about stepping in, and then when you stepped in, I mean, you knew you wanted it, and you were being cautious, and then all of a sudden, this beast came out, right? And once you turn that, it's like the red, going code red. I seen it happen, and when you seen the code red, I think everybody in the yard was like, "Oh my gosh," right? And I could see why it was stopped, because the level of your adrenaline and how you were trying to hit him with so much power, it was seen. And I think that was gauged. And so I think it was a safe stop and a correct decision.
Yeah, I would say that it was a safe stop. I'll say that. And there's no doubt in my mind that, it would have went the same way, if it would have got.
There can't be any doubt. I beat him twice.
That's why we had to have that rematch, though, right? We had to have.
He did a better job in the second fight.
Yeah, but that's the fight that people remember as the slam, though. And I remember I was filming that second fight. That was our Halloween.
That knee you just posted out there. That was from the second fight or the first fight?
Oh no,
first fight.
I hit him.
That was a good ass knee.
Yeah, the second fight was the one. I remember filming that. I had the camera, and you picked this dude that's like 250 pounds up, like over your damn head. And my mouth just was like I didn't say it because I didn't want it to be on camera. That's what I mouthed.
That's from Bailey Hay, Wisconsin.
That's from Bailey Hay.
No, I got a question for you though. When you because being as small as a guy that's small like myself, or even take I love Scotty Showtime. This dude picks guys up, right? Seeing somebody picking dudes up and slam them, but to be as big as you are, picking somebody up that heavy, what is that feeling like, man? Because I'll never experience that.
It don't feel like nothing, brother. It's just this adrenaline.
They said I just do it.
He feels like a feather at that point. Once he goes up,
it's like deadlifting or something. It's like putting that 500 on that rack, and
it honestly doesn't look like you're struggling picking these guys up. I mean, it's just like gravity just reverses and they just lift off the ground. Pretty crazy.
It's only 250.
Right.
Yeah, but DDP was like 270. Disturbing the Peace, that guy was like 270 pounds. So we haven't found your limit yet.
I don't think there is a limit.
How much does Nasty Native weigh?
Less than DDP.
Ooh. Yeah, man. I hope.
Yeah. So let's jump into that fight. What you think about that fight?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's gonna be a great fight.
Yeah.
I think people have this weird misconception about him.
No, he's what I feel like people see that he is a pretty complete fighter. He does have some good, well-rounded skills, and I feel like it probably would be your biggest test. But I don't see you losing. You know what I'm saying?
Here's my take.
I'm a fan.
He's never fought someone like me.
Yeah.
And he's lost before.
Yeah.
It can be done.
It can be. Look, the reason people are siding with him more, and nothing against Nasty Native. I actually think he's a great guy. I think he's got a lot of skill, but he's tried and true. I mean, he's done these matches and stuff. He's been around for a little bit longer. So people are going to look at him like, okay, he's been around for longer. That's who they think is going to win.
And he's a two-time champion already.
Two-time champion, but we know better. We've seen this stuff firsthand.
Yeah.
So I think people kind of downplay your abilities maybe in the other branches because they haven't seen it firsthand.
It's a different experience, a person.
Well, another thing too is that you got to take for instance though, like you're training now, you're getting better. And you could see as before we even get to that point, you're going to be that much better. And so I think that with the training that you're putting on and the sparring that you're going to be doing, I think they're gonna have to watch out for what you're gonna be able to do because you're already amazing, bro. So
Yeah, dude, Len, you're right. I completely forgot about that. When you got into the scrapyard, you were pretty much just like a free agent, and you found Hammerhead. That's Nerd Rage Anomaly, their gym. You started training there, and I mean, you're training at a professional gym. You're getting good quality training. That's what Nasty Native gets. He gets good quality training, right?
Yeah.
You hear it?
I think it started that day when I reached out right about Ron, and we met up at the garage, right?
Yeah, we did.
You've been linking with Ron since then.
We
That's
going
awesome.
around a little bit.
Yeah.
You see what Jay Gottem just said?
What'd he say?
He said he wants to move up a weight class.
Ooh, Jay.
That's hard for Jay to do, man. That dude's got no fat, man. He's like Tim and Thomas, man. You thinking, man? You guys ain't.
Jay Gottem's a dangerous man. I think he can hang with heavyweights. I honestly do. Hey, when I was 200 pounds, I was hanging with those heavyweights, man.
Yeah, I seen the videos. You know what I'm saying? But Jay, I've always fought any size. Like, I ain't never seen that man, not want to fight somebody that wants to fight him. If you want to fight him, that motherfucker will fight you.
He don't care. Yeah, I get that.
It's always up to the boss, man. You know what I mean?
You know how it is.
Oh man, why is it gotta be on me?
It's always up to Uncle Chicken. Uncle Chicken.
You're the matchmaker, baby. You the matchmaker.
That's actually 2 weight classes because a lot of people don't realize. Like when I did the belt weight classes, I put in a 220 division. Now we've never had anybody compete for a belt in that, but 220 I felt was like in the UFC. There were a lot of guys that were around that weight that could have been like good champions, but they couldn't fight Brock Lesnar because the guy was like 300 pounds. So it's like, Randy Couture, that guy would have been an awesome 220 champion.
Yeah.
Minotauro Nogueira, same thing. 220, that weight right there.
Hey, but he was a champion.
He was.
Both Nogs were.
Both of them. Was Little Nog, and I don't know if he was in the UFC, but
I think Bellator, right?
Maybe Bellator, yeah, or Pride. Man, there ain't never been anything like Pride. That was some hardcore stuff.
So Terrifier, when what got you into the scrapyard? When did you first learn about the scrapyard? When did you want to join it?
Well, I started off as one of those guys. I never made a comment now, like most of these dudes do. I was like, hey, I probably could beat that guy, you know what I mean? I can beat that guy, but I never commented on it, like, people like most of trolls do. Yeah. But I was like, I probably could beat that guy, and I was like, I always watched Streetbeefs, back in the day when I was a kid, and I watched the Streetbeefs video one day when I was in my room, and I was like, they called out, Scarface called out Gig Harbor, Streetbeefs. I was like, what? And I immediately, I'm always in Gig Harbor. It's like, I basically live there, kind of. Then I was like, okay, I'm gonna hit up Firechicken. Then I got a fight with Sweet Tea.
That's dope.
Yep. That's awesome. I always love to hear about how people find out about us, but we're getting so big now that, like people notice us out in public and stuff. I've heard of Jay getting mentioned or getting seen out in public, solo, like you start talking to people and are like, oh, I'm friends with so-and-so. It's like we're getting our names out there and we're just growing every day. I'll give a quick update. We're at 77,500 for our YouTube channel. But one thing that people don't really pay attention to is our GoPro channel. But because I put all your guys' alternate angles up on the GoPro channel. And dude, that hit 20,000 today. Yeah, it blew up in the last 5 days. It went from 12,000 to 20,000. I mean, that's absolutely insane. It's because an old video, like people started watching it again. It's got like 2.5 million views or something, whatever. But yeah, you guys are really getting noticed. So I want to bring on our second guest to join in with the conversation. Now this guy is
He's the champion.
he's a champion. Yep, he's a champion. I think he strikes fear in a lot of people's eyes because he's a knockout artist, man. He really showed Canadian what time it was, and I want to introduce to you the Real Lion.
Yeah.
There he is.
What's up?
Man, you guys got to learn how to turn your phone sideways.
Like mine.
There you go.
There you go.
There.
Look at that.
Yeah, now we in
Level
business.
That's
We got the real lion here, not the fake one.
We got 3 champions in the house, and a fat chicken, and a sponsor.
There you go. There you go.
What's
Man,
good?
Real Lion, you look like you got bigger, man.
It's the jacket. It's puffy.
Is that what it is?
He's
Yeah.
trying to
Hey,
make way for
anyway,
me.
man, congratulations. Just had a new little baby boy.
Yeah, and the baby weight.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Right
Thank
on.
you.
That's what's up. So
What's
how's
new?
life, man? How's everything going?
It's going good. I mean, I'm training like basically full time now. My arm got 10 times better, so now I'm just prepping for the fight.
I ran into this guy on accident the other day. I took my wife out to dinner on a Thursday night, and he was training with your buddy Morningstar Terrifier.
Oh, great guy.
We
I'm
were
not-
sparring.
I'm not starting anything.
Real lion fake. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding.
But anyway, yeah. So I know you're getting that work in, man. That's cool to see. My schedule has been so messed up lately, and I apologize, but man, I don't know if I'm working an 8 or a 10 or swing shift or what. So, dude, just yeah.
It's understandable though. It's okay.
So, your opponent, 619. You know what? I noticed. I don't know like a whole lot about 619. Like I've seen some of his Wero and the Mexican. I've seen some of his fights. But one thing I noticed about 619 was he was like a massive shit talker. Like he really, really talks shit about people. Like trying to just get him. I don't know. But I noticed that he hasn't done that to you at all. Like at all. I haven't heard him really like mention your name.
He's only done it once. I mean, so the other day when Wero had the talk with Crazy Legs, we were on the comments and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go eat some lion ribs in May." I said, "Well, you better bring that Tapatio because you're gonna bring that fire because I know I'm coming."
Yeah.
No, he doesn't say much.
Hey, everyone knows we are the only people who take ribs over here. The scrapyard takes the ribs.
You took a couple of ribs last time, didn't you?
That's probably
Yeah,
why Canadian's not on the show today.
Hey, you know what?
Shout out to Canadian. He wasn't able to be on the show today. So I love, baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Hey, so what do you do for training? I think you got your own gym. Do you train other fighters?
Yeah, so I started. So I did self-training for a year in boxing, and I kind of took like a whole bunch of like younger middle schoolers kind of like with me because same thing, like either they were bullied or they were just getting into trouble all the time. I kind of created like this small little program where it was kind of like, we all train together, we all focus on our grades in school and we just stay out of trouble and we focus on like any anger that we have, we just put it into the training. So I've been training with like a whole bunch of kids, well, like not like beating up on them, but I'd invite them over. And so they've been working with me for like the whole summer. So I decided that, I'm going to get to work and I'm going to drop some money down on top of like a gym space. And I ended up finding somebody who owns a gym in Bremerton. And so I rent out the gym on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays and Sundays where I have all those kids come in and people from the Scrapyard to come in and just kind of work with the kids and we can always get, knowledge together. So
That's dope.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
Give it back, man. I like it.
Giving back to the community.
Yeah, that's bad.
For sure.
So what got you started in the scrapyard? Like, how did you first find the scrapyard?
So I was training with my buddy Reaper, right? And you know, he wanted to get into it and he wanted to find something to fight. And he was talking to me, like I heard here and there about Streetbeefs. I haven't really like watched it. And he was like, oh, you know, the branch here in Washington. I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like showing me all these fights that were going on. And, you know, one day my first fight that I saw of the scrapyard was when the Canadian came out. He fought in like that boxing ring. So he was actually the first person I ever seen fight in there. And he was like, yeah, you know, let's go up and fight out there. He's like, I'm a member in the group. And so I went out there just to kind of go see what's up. And he fought Ponyboy, his first fight. And what's that? Gimp. Yeah, Gimp came out and he was like, oh, he like kind of like sized me up. He's like, you're big. How come you didn't sign up? And I was like, oh, I'm only 18. And he was like, that's not an excuse. And I was like, all right, well then I'll come back next time. So that's how it went down.
Oh, you were scared.
I was scared.
Well, you fought your buddy your first fight, so it was a more comfortable fight, huh? That's helped you out.
Yeah.
It's pretty common though, Real Lion, that you're not the only one. I think a lot of times people come out and they want to spectate first. They want to get a feel for what's going on before they actually decide, and that's not a bad thing. So, you know, we appreciate you coming back. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and too, it was like I didn't know about the ages. I wasn't a part of the group on Facebook or anything, so I didn't really know like the age limit and how to sign up and all that stuff. So I kind of just like went out there blind, not knowing what to expect, and I ended up liking it, so I came back.
That's
right on, man.
Well, it's a pleasure having you out, man. You know what I'm saying? I see you getting better every fight, man. Can't wait to see your next fight.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see you drop 619.
Wow. Right.
Hey, you know, and I'm glad that y'all mentioned that, man. Here at Heart and Fight, we got a couple of announcements that we want to make. So I just want to premiere it here first, man. You're witnessing history in the making.
The voice of street fighting is back.
That's what's up.
The whisper in your girl's ear. The yearning in your baby mama's bed sheets.
You taller than me, aren't you? I'm 6'3". 6'3", 200 pounds right now.
Yeah, I'm only 6 foot, so you got 3 inches of height on me. I'm probably longer than you by 3 inches, so it evens out.
Boom! Defeated!
The reigning champ, 619.
Hey, can I ask a question now, Wero?
Absolutely, sir. Fuck
How
you.
good, Real Lion, how good did it feel to beat the dog shit out of the Canadians?
We are back, culeros. Woo, doggy nephew.
Hey, how'd he get on here? That was a great intro. I loved it.
What up, kinfolk?
619, welcome to the podcast.
What up, man? Not gonna lie, I was falling asleep with the walrus. I mean, the Terrifier. I'm glad you kicked him off.
You're a fool. So, what's up, man? How you been?
Chilling, man. Can't wait for May, baby.
I feel it. I see you, champ. So, is that the light heavyweight belt or is that the heavyweight belt?
No, it is a heavyweight belt.
He's holding.
I mean, my bad. It's the light heavyweight belt.
Okay, that's what's up. So, are you gonna fight this man over here?
Yes, sir, man. That's the plan, right? That's one of the big matchups everybody wants to see.
That's something we would love to see, yeah. But we haven't heard much from you, so we don't really know if it's gonna happen. So we're just trying to make sure that
Yeah. So I heard
ready
say that I'm a big shit talker. I am, and I haven't said anything about this man right here. Well, that's because he hasn't said anything. He's a respectful kid. He hasn't said, "Yo, fuck 619, I'm gonna knock him out." Everybody else talks that shit. He hasn't said anything. He's been respectful, so I'm not gonna pick on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real.
That's fair. So you push back based on how hard people push at you.
Yeah. Like I'll poke at somebody. If they don't bite back, I'm just gonna chill, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's that humbleness. I like it.
Yeah.
So how long you been fighting 619? How long you been fighting for?
I've been boxing for like 10 years from when I first started till now.
Yeah.
You got some amateur experience, I take it.
0, bro. I got 8 fights for Streetbeefs
Hey.
and 1
Hey,
smoker.
You gotta use your hips when you throw punches, bro. You can't just punch with your arms.
I don't even have to use my hips though. I like playing patty cake with my opponents. You know what I mean?
Nice plastic belt, homie.
I like camera time.
Nice plastic belt.
Plastic what?
Plastic belt. Plastic.
Where's your belt? Does Firechicken let you take it home, or is it just for pictures?
Got it.
They takes it back.
You got it right there. That's my belt.
Oh.
Well, you won't box me though. You want to wrestle and hug my leg and
I want to hump
sit
you,
on top
homie.
of me. I know you want to hump.
I want to alpha you. I want to make you feel pain. I want you to know what pain feels like.
You sound like my ex, dog. You're in my DMs every day like my ex.
You know, what do you guys think about? Like,
I hate you, 619. I hate you.
I love you, 619. I love you. I want to make love to you in the ring.
He said you sound like his ex.
oh, jeez.
I want to take your torta.
Look.
Uh,
Oh,
I like it. I like it.
hey, so 619. If you could fight anybody in Streetbeefs, who would it be?
After Real Lion? There he is.
What's up, man?
we're gonna get outnumbered here.
This one just woke up, dude.
Nah, I did, bro. I'm so fucking high right now. Oh man.
Very
Y'all
professional.
making me
I
wanna
set my
smoke,
alarm.
man. Y'all need to chill. I've been being a
Very
good man right
professional.
now.
So,
What's happening? What's going on?
What's up, Wero? How are you, bro?
What's up? Hello, who it is?
How you doing?
Viking Warrior. I'm good, man. I'm high as shit right now. What you doing?
I feel you. I love female orgasm. That's to say that's dope. I like that. Me too.
Yeah, just a sleep shirt just to remind these bitches, even in my dreams, I got you.
Hey, that's
that sounds like some Freddy Krueger shit to me.
Hey, maybe one way or the other. So what's going on, y'all?
Hey, who you fighting at the invasion?
Yeah, we need a
Me?
fight for Wero, man.
Bro,
Yeah.
who am I fighting, bro?
Who do you-
I'll be by
who do you
then. I'm
want?
hoping to be around like 215.
You'll be 215,
By then, that's what I'm shooting for.
and you call me
Who we
fat
got for
chicken?
Wero?
Nah, yeah, I do call you fat chicken, but one thing ain't got nothing to do with the other. Lunchbox.
Cheap
So
ass beer.
You're looking for somebody around 215 by then?
Yeah, 200 to 215. I'll be around that way.
Well, I think that once Real Lion's done with his first opponent, he might be ready for you.
Yeah, he should be good.
He'd probably get 2 in that day.
I'm trying to get 2 in that day.
Hey, I
All
said
right.
I would get 2 in that day. I said I would take on both the hosts from the West Coast group in one day.
Hey, that's what's up.
Wow, let's
Yeah,
go.
I mean, I'm down. It's
Calling them
whatever, bro.
out.
I mean,
It's
it might be
whatever.
the Twisted Tea talking, but you know.
Yeah, you put whoever you want in there.
I want to get some rounds in with Viking Warrior, man, just because I respect homeboy's skill. You know what I mean?
Man, he'll beat your ass.
Whether we just
He'll
spar
beat your
hard
ass.
or call that a real fight, I'll be cool.
He'll beat your ass.
You a fool. You already know.
Maybe he beats my ass.
Don't
Ooh,
talk to
I'm here
the
best,
goat like
baby.
that.
Man, I wish you guys would come out like the night before, you know, like you guys did in Virginia. You know, I'll take the damn day off and you know, get like some sparring shit in.
Yeah,
You know,
we should do that.
Well, we
I
are,
wanna-
right? I mean, the event is on Saturday. We'll be there from what, Thursday, Wero? Friday?
Yeah, we could do that on Friday.
I mean, I have no idea, man. I always try to roll up there a day or two early so I can go sightseeing.
Go smoke some of that good old
Hey, man.
Washington.
Bro, we was drinking and partying still a couple nights before the fight in Virginia.
Oh
We
yeah.
Yep.
messing.
We were out there drinking. Weddle was pulling hose, the usual. I was telling Weddle, hey, are you
shooting
sure
up.
we should be getting drunk? before the fights? He's like, "You got this. I got this. You got this."
Got our asses beat.
Amazing.
And
Got
they
that-
end up
got
getting
our
fucked
asses
up, you know.
Yeah, we
Don't
get
drink before the
Amazing.
fights, man. We gotta drink.
Never
after the
again,
fight.
dog.
Nah.
Never again. I'm not drinking up there.
I mean, I still will. I don't give a fuck.
We can wait till after the fights. Whatever. We had a nice little after party when you guys came up before. That was fun.
Yeah,
You
we
got
did. He did have a dope ass after party, man. I passed
we
out
did.
on your couch.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, I was like,
Got Shinigami drunk. You know, it was fun.
Hey,
Yeah.
what you guys need to do? You guys need to bring TME to be a ring girl. Shake them titties.
Who you say?
TME. He needs to come shake them titties in the ring.
That's fucked up, man.
yeah, that's fucked
I
up.
just realized you ain't talking about.
We're your
We do
Hey,
need a ring girl.
619,
though. We need somebody to walk around.
619. Where your
in between
where your
rounds.
cheerleaders at, bro?
I mean, I might bring some up there, man. I always pull up with hosts to the events. You know what I mean?
I'm talking about
Man,
your cheerleaders in the
That's
West
pretty
Coast.
close.
We gotta
I
know,
think so.
like, we're getting close to the event, guys. We gotta start figuring out who wants to come up, because that way I can start, like, you know, getting people set aside to start matching up. Yeah.
We got like what 8 to
I
10
got-
people on
hey.
for sure.
Yeah, anybody who watching, DM us and let us know you in. We already got a group chat for that shit and everything. So, but if you get in the group chat, you better have proof of transportation.
I'm
Yeah,
hoping-
yeah. We want to see that airplane ticket.
I'm
Yeah, a
hoping
lot of
you
these
guys
motherfuckers
bring up
dropped out
more
the
than
last
that.
Yeah, a lot of people say I'm down. Bro,
Yeah, a lot of
Let's talk about this Real Lion versus 619 fight. I want to talk more about this. 619.
Let's hear it.
How's it gonna feel losing to a 19-year-old, to a 20-year-old?
If I lose to a 19-year-old, I'm gonna retire forever.
Ooh.
You hold your word to that.
That's the
There's
same
no way
thing
I
the
can-
Canadian said right before I beat him.
Oh.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said that.
619. You hold
I mean,
your
who
word.
hasn't beat the Canadian? Come on, dog.
Well,
Who
but-
hasn't beat that? idiot?
I haven't beat the
You
Canadian. I
didn't
haven't
beat the
Canadian.
Canadian. You just outboxed him. You didn't beat him. You outboxed
That's
him.
literally the.
Exactly.
I
I wasn't even turning the
Real
head.
Lions beat that man.
I mean, Canadian
Yes,
hasn't been the same. He
Yes,
hasn't been the
after
same
I
ever
beat
since.
him, after
played-
Gorilla
you
beat
played
him,
Patty-
yes.
You played Patty.
Yes, he was nothing by the time Real Lion got him.
played
Yes.
Hey,
with him.
hey, 619. The Canadian's not on the show tonight because he caught wind that you were going to be on the show, and Real Lion was on the show, and everybody else. So, like,
Absolutely. That's
You
exactly.
played Patty
I
with
mean,
him.
we kicked him out of the West Coast and threw him to you guys.
Why?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How you
why
guys
doesn't
like
he
him?
come say hi to his daddies? Get him on. Tell him to come say hi to his daddies.
he
got-
is
he got-
rude, man.
bigger, better
real,
things
hey,
going
Real
on
Lion,
tonight.
Real Lion, young as fuck too. He like that stepdad you get when your mom's really hot and you grow up and she start dating your friends.
Yeah. I knew
He's
Canadian.
like, man, wasn't you just in my high school?
Right? now he's in his mom.
What about
Yeah.
Wero versus the Canadian?
Oh, yes.
Oh
That's
my
how you just
god.
put that in.
Why?
That's fucked
Hey,
up.
real
dude.
talk.
That's fucked up.
Why?
That's
I mean,
fucked up.
it was a comment below. So,
No,
I mean,
I seen the comment. I seen the comment. I
Yeah,
understand why
I
you
love
asked
it. I
that,
love
but
it.
Why? Like,
Put my son to sleep, Wero. Please put my son to sleep.
I mean, you don't want to be his redemption win, do you?
bro, come on, man.
Hey,
Come on,
world,
man.
this
That's not even
is
possible.
LB3. I'm a sponsor out there. I had a question though. Why not though? I mean, why
Yeah,
do you?
why-
I mean, honestly, I would hurt him. Like, why would y'all do that to him like that? I would legitimately hurt
I
him.
mean, you saw Golden Arms with his robotic arms just slap the kid in the back of the head and he was tumbling
man.
and shit. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Okay.
it just wouldn't. It's just not nice to him. Not, at that point, y'all just being a bully. Y'all just picking on him.
Fair enough.
Don't pick on that man. You know.
Okay, Wero, what about a redemption match for you with if I could pull it off, Chase the Dragon?
Yes.
Yeah, we already talked about that. I'd be down for sure. I don't know.
Down?
Boxing
I
or
don't know,
kickboxing?
Bobby. I
Hey,
don't
do
know Bobby
boxing,
kickboxing
yeah.
anymore, bro.
You don't want to get
Yeah,
kicked
just
in the
strictly
shit.
boxing.
Yeah.
Nah, my motherfucking legs just don't move they like they used to. I don't think I'll be doing the kickboxing ever again.
If you
for
get
sure.
dick punched in boxing, man, you got to retire because it just wasn't meant to be.
I did in my
He's getting
second
dick
fight,
punched
bro.
and then kicked in the dick, bro. That's just not for you.
Like I got dick punched.
Man, that whole fight shook up a lot of stuff in the scrapyard. But you know what? I had your back on that, man.
I saw that.
People were talking shit about you, and I said, no, bullshit. He ain't gonna fucking lie about getting kicked in the nuts. That happened.
Yeah, he wouldn't.
Jens Pulver said you can hear the cup smack. That was a legitimate ball kick.
Though. That shit fucking sucked.
Oh, I know it did.
And it was less than a month after Silas punched me in the top of the balls too, and that was less than just a couple months after I got my vasectomy because I'm an idiot.
Man, that's the first day that I met you. That's the first fight that I fought with Scrapyard as well.
Yeah, I remember that too.
I remember you was walking out to your car with a little lady, right? And I was like, "You good?" He's like, "Yeah, man, just had my vasectomy." Woo. And then I was like, "Oh yeah, the lady probably don't like that." He's like, "Man, I don't mess with no girls that want kids." I was like, "Oh, I feel it."
Yeah, she broke up with me.
Oh,
thanks for that.
Yeah, you know how that
Thanks
goes.
for that, bro.
She liked my eyes.
Bro, this fucking bitch. All she did was talk about was how pretty goddamn Firechicken's eyes was. Oh, where's the guy with the pretty eyes? I don't know. You fucking go find him.
Yeah, for real.
They're gonna fight Manny Bear.
Sorry, Wero's ex-girlfriend. I'm already married. It's flattering, but you know.
You better off. You better off. That ass was fat though. That ass was fat.
Hey, she did have body.
Yeah, we can't forget about
Body
that.
with a body.
Mm-hmm.
Who was that? What was that? Shelby you took up there?
Nah, that was Mercedes. You remember when we first started doing the lives and I flashed that girl with the fat ass on the couch? See? That's how nice that ass is. This motherfucker remember that shit a year later.
You only date girls. Do you only date girls with car names?
Stripper names.
Stripper names. Got it. Okay.
Stripper names. And actual strippers.
And actual strippers. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, man. We might see a couple of those in the Arizona event. I'll keep y'all posted, but that's a secret. Yeah, that's a secret. I'll tell you later, 619.
Hey, Terrifier.
What's up, homie?
So when Nasty Nader puts you to sleep in 30 seconds.
Hey, wait. Let's talk about this first.
Because we know you got no hands. You got no hands at all. So when that takedown, he stuffs it, and then he just hits you with an uppercut, left hook, and you sleep. What happens?
He's gonna foot stomp him though.
Oh, foot stomp that legal again, Steve?
Sorry, man. They're still illegal.
Come on now. Let me foot stomp now. Come on now.
Oh, geez. You really gotta let me make me.
That's my
I watched one of your fights earlier. That reminds me of that with the foot stomp. Who did I interview from out there? Was it Crazy Legs? Did he got his foot stomp?
No,
somebody.
Sweet Tea.
Yeah, I think it. Oh no, I can't remember. Maybe was it? Oh, then maybe it was him.
Yeah, it was Sweet Tea. It was like 20 times.
Oh yeah, that shit was crazy. I remember watching that, going, "God damn, that shit was painful." I do not want to fuck with somebody gonna stomp my goddamn feet.
The difference between me and
that shit hurts.
Well, he likes playing patty cake.
Man, the first time I met Terrifier, we wrestled and shit. This dude almost ripped my sock right off my foot. Stepped right on my big toe, almost ripped my big toe off. My sock went flying. I looked at my
trying
foot
to fucking
like,
lick your toes and shit, or what?
He tore your sock off in the middle of a wrestling match.
Almost ripped my toe off, bro. I
have a foot fetish. What can I say?
Yeah, I knew that sounded a little sus. I knew Terrier sounded a little sus right there.
Yeah.
That's some big
You got a little
feet,
sugar in
y'all.
this
Watch
tank. I'm
out
not
for
gonna lie,
the
man.
Got a lot of sugar.
You in the wrong city, Terrifier. You should be in Frisco, bro.
I'm in Washington.
And we really got to find out, like, who do you guys think that's gonna want to come up though? Like, I want to start going over some names. We're gonna get closer and closer to the event.
Free Smoke.
Free Smoke will
For
be
sure.
up there. Mm-hmm. We
Hitman's
got a
coming
few
up
people.
there.
The Hitman to go. I've had quite a few people.
So Hitman
Mexican
wants
anyway.
Canadian. Free Smoke, I think he was saying Jabberwocky or Crazy Legs.
Yeah, I would like to see the Crazy Legs match. To be honest with you, that would be a dope ass match.
We matching.
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
man.
So Viking Warrior is fighting Coyote, correct? Champ versus champ.
If he comes up, yeah.
Yeah, El Coyote.
Oh yeah.
What
That's a
weight
badass
class
fight.
is Scotty Showtime?
Interim champ.
Scotty's like 165.
Bro, who we got 165 MMA up here? Who we got 165 MMA?
We got to get somebody against Scotty.
Because we got, man, I just want the West Coast to watch Scotty fight, man.
Hey, can we get the Shimigani versus Nerd Raid rematch? I want to see that running back.
Actually,
why do we need a rematch?
We don't. No,
What
I'm
did
with
we say?
Terrifier on
Him
this.
versus Scorpio, right?
Shinigami versus either the Destroyer or Scorpio.
Scorpio.
Nah, nobody with like a real mean name like Destroyer. Put him against Scorpio.
No, no,
Destroyer makes it sound
no.
like we set him up for failure and shit.
Let's get Shinigami versus Scotty Showtime.
Nah, we want Shinny to have a chance to win.
No, trust me, man. The Destroyer
We gotta
or
make it at
Scorpio.
least fair. You know what I
Destroyer,
mean?
what about Destroyer?
Destroyer, he's a good one for Shinigami because Shinigami's literally been bugging me about that fight for like a year, and he's like a big dude
right.
that likes to head kick and karate and stuff. Perfect for Shinigami. I could see that one going, but also Scorpio, that one would work too. So,
I would like to see the Scorpio fight versus Shinigami.
I got to find somebody for Buddy V. He was going to fight you guys as 155-pound boxing champ, and I was like,
who's that, Diesel right now?
Yeah, I was like, nah, man, we're going to bring Golden Hands.
Nah, not against the champion.
Yo, what's up with Golden Hands? He hasn't fought in a minute, right? I'm a fan of that guy.
He's supposed to come back this month, so we'll see.
Nice. That guy's skills, man. He's special, man.
Are you a fan?
What'd you say?
Are you a fan of me, 619?
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I think you're the 619 of Scrapyard for sure. Like, you guys need that because you guys are really humble up there.
That is the most
like,
backhanded fucking compliment that he's ever given. Because Terry's been sitting there just talking so much shit about him, and he was like, "Hey, man, you just like me."
Hey, that's why that means I can't finish anybody.
That makes me the Wero of the Scrapyard, huh?
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you do hold an amazing record, Real Lion. I mean, I think you got most knockdowns in a boxing match, right?
Not yet.
Well, on May 21st.
I think Real Lion has that, yeah. Canadian.
Yeah.
How many times you dropped that motherfucker? Like 5 times?
Now, Canadian likes to blame me on the turf being so slippery that that's why his feet are always trampling over each other.
Bro.
That turf is not.
Hey, I had boxing shoes on too, so there's no excuses.
Yeah, I didn't slip at all in there.
Yeah, but Canadian claims it's really slippery, guys.
Just like I could say when Scotty dropped me, I'm saying, "Oh, I slipped. He didn't really drop me." No, that motherfucker caught me.
We all get caught.
For real.
Hey, did they mute Terrifier? We can't hear him right now.
Yeah, Terrifier. I think you're muted, dog.
Yeah,
you're muted, which is probably a good thing, Bubba Gum. You know what I mean? Let's keep it that way.
You hear me?
No, we can't hear you.
No, fix it. No, we can't fix it. Oh, we just hear your mouth move.
Real Lion, can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, Real Lion. That's some bullshit. I know.
You call me Bubba Gum racist.
No, it's not, dog. You look like Bubba Gum.
Black, and I got big. I'm Bubba Gum, huh?
You've been talking about torta this, and when you saw that, it's all good, dog.
I said I want to take your torta. You said
that's racist.
You said something about I'm half Mexican.
No, you're not, dog. Stop it, dog. You're gonna embarrass me. What if I said I want to take your fucking chicken piece, huh? Your chicken wing.
Right? You dumb, bro. He's so fucking dumb. He don't even know what to call it. He said he called it a chicken piece.
I'm half.
Like there's nuggets, there's wings, there's thighs, there's breasts. He could have said anything. He just said chicken piece. Who the fuck says I'm gonna take your chicken piece? Right?
I don't eat
chicken
much
piece,
Popeyes
fool.
out here.
I used to work at Popeyes, man. That was the best job I've ever had. We sold so many drugs out that fucking drive-through window. For real. And brought so
Hey,
many
Real Lion, let me
in through the
ask you a
window.
question, Real Lion. Real
Sorry.
Lion, how much are you weighing right now? Because I'm not gonna lie, you're looking kind of healthy right now. You're looking a little healthy.
I got baby weight on me right now.
Yeah. You're looking kind of,
Bro,
you're looking kind of thick with 2 C's. Not gonna lie.
Appreciate it.
He doesn't
Bro,
pull.
how the fuck you gain weight when your wife had a baby?
Hey. It's called
the baby weight.
sharing cravings, bro. Leave me alone.
Bro, every time she craving food, you're like, make that double.
Wait, did this turn to the Mexican in the Wero show? What's going on right now?
It always does, oh boy. It always does. Y'all quit talking and just start staring at the screen. I'm gonna step in and start swinging.
This is kind of like a camouflage too.
Daniel did ask us, should we give those guys up there a show? And me and Wero approved it. Stamp. Give them a show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we said we'll come up here and mushroom stamp the show. Teach the young bucks how to podcast daddies handle business around here.
Y'all old as fuck.
Yeah.
Hey, so wanted to see if you two, since we got both of you guys on the show, me and Jay Gottem want to know if you and Wero 619 want to do a tag team show match when you guys.
I've been dying to do a tag team match.
That'd be dope.
Boxing. Yeah, we'll run it. Yeah,
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Run it. Set it up.
That'd be dope.
Hey, real talk. No,
we were trying to do one in Virginia.
Let's do
We
it
were trying to
Friday.
do one in Virginia. They wouldn't let us.
Let's do it Friday.
Yeah, whatever.
Maybe. Yeah,
I'm with it.
Hey, is Jay Gottem gonna be there?
Yeah, he's gonna make it happen.
Dope.
He's fighting that Duva guy.
Yeah.
Is that
want to fight that Duva guy?
Yeah, that's gonna be
a
highlight fucking match right there.
That's gonna be
Duva
black
match.
on brown crime, boy.
Who y'all
I love it.
Duva.
I got Jay Gottem.
I'm gonna keep it real right now. But is Tunde you talking right now?
Yeah, this is me. What's going on, man?
I heard a voice, but I couldn't name it yet.
So I'm gonna let y'all say your last piece, and then we gonna wrap this mug up. It's a pretty good show, gentlemen.
Oh, it's just getting spicy, Tunde.
You just the hour. Come on now.
Hey,
Tunde.
yeah, I feel like Duva got it because Jay got him a dangerous motherfucker. He really, really is. But he's beatable. You know what I mean? And Duva has got the composure and the accuracy, the timing, enough to handle Jay Gottem, but he's also got a mental toughness a lot of these cats don't have.
No.
Huh?
Does he have the grappling though? Does he have the wrestling?
He does have a ground game. I've seen it against quite a few guys.
Ground game?
What's up?
It took a real motherfucker to beat him on the ground.
Yeah, but there's not just one real motherfucker on the planet.
Okay.
Yeah, Gottem walk around like
Duva, real motherfucker too. Yeah. You know, I'm just saying, I got Duva in this one.
And he has great kickboxing. I agree with that, but I think Jay Gottem has the power.
I got Gottem, man. Gottem's only getting better, bro. And
well, you got
this type of test, so I feel like that would be
of course.
for both of them.
Yeah, it's probably the best
But
test for Baltimore.
we're also being biased here.
Yeah, we all are.
So we're
For
gonna
me to
wrap
give
up
a-
the show, guys. So I appreciate everybody coming out. Appreciate all you guys. Hope everybody keep training hard. And we'll see y'all in the invasion, baby.
Most.
Yeah.
Boom.
Let's go. Scraptalk out.
Yep.
Hey,
y'all have a blessed night.
All right, y'all.
Later.
I'm gonna play this trailer one more time, and then I'm gonna close it out with the Hard to Fight outro, family. Y'all do well.
The voice of street fighting is back.
Peace
The
out.
whisper in your girl's ear. The yearning in your baby mama's bed sheets.
This corner.
I told you. You taller than me, aren't you?
I'm 6'3". 6'3", 200 pounds right now.
Yeah, I'm only 6 foot, so you got 3 inches of height on me. I'm probably longer than you by 3 inches, so it evens out.
Boom! Defeated.
The reigning champ, 619.
Hey, can I ask a question now, Wero?
Absolutely, sir. Fuck
How
you.
good, Real Lion, how good did it feel to beat the dog shit out of the community?